Hi, my name is Andrew Isaac,
And I'm Danielle Moffat.
and this is a linguistics presentation.
When forming a new language, one must first assess who is speaking it. In the case of movies or TV shows, determining whether a human or animal is speaking is essential in regards to how words sound and how they are pronounced.
In this video, we will be assessing the language used in the TV show Game of Thrones. The language called Dothraki was actually created by David J. Peterson, who is a very famous linguist and is in the Language Creation Society.
Peterson had to make sure that the language matched the uses already implemented in the books. So he also had to ensure it was easily pronounceable and learnable for the actors while they were filming. This is important to take into account when making languages for TV shows and movies alike. So throughout this video, we will be assessing a linguist's approach to the Dothraki language with respect to language formation and pronunciation.
That being said, these restrictions influence the grammar and phonology of the language. For example, like in English, there is no contrast between aspirated and unaspirated stops. However, linguistics does not focus on the grammatical rules and standards, so we will not be acknowledging that process throughout the video.
Another aspect to take into consideration are the phonetics of a language. In lecture, we learned that phonology is a branch of linguistics that's concerned with the systematic organization of sounds in spoken languages. So that's where the use of IPA, or the International Phonetic Alphabet, comes into play.
While Peterson was creating the language of Dothraki, he thought about what goes into a certain scenario and what will the speakers of that language have words for with respect to that scenario. The Dothraki people are tribal horse-mounted warriors that live in the plains of Essos. They are intense warriors that strive to be fierce and bold. These personality traits shine through the sounds of their language. Some of their most popular sounds in Dothraki are groups of harsh-sounding syllables and consonants.
Just as other languages, Dothraki utilizes stops, fricatives, and nasal approximants. When constructing the language, it's important to know the placement of sounds so that way the actors can pronounce the words. This would be taking into account where the sounds take place in your mouth and whether they're labial, coronal, velar, global, or uvular.
In the Dothraki language, they most frequently use fricatives, stops, and approximates in terms of manner. When assessing placement, though, labial, coronal, and velar are used most frequently.
When creating a language, you must decide whether it will be a stress or tonal language. English is a stress language, but for example, Mandarin and Thai are both tonal languages. That means that the meaning of a word is determined by its pitch.
Dothraki has 4 vowel systems. These include the I, E, O, and A. But in Dothraki, there are no diphthongs. As we learned, diphthongs are sounds that are formed by combining 2 vowels in a single syllable. To put this in context, words like coin and loud have diphthongs.
Now that we have assessed the IPA and vowels of Dothraki, we can look into the consonants. The letters C and X never appear in Dothraki, although C appears in the digraph as CH or ch sound. B and P seem to appear only in names, as in Barpo and Pono did in Season 6.
Thank you guys so much for watching our linguistics presentation. Hajas, which means be strong, and farewell.
And Dothras Czech, which means be cool and ride well.
Goodbye.